Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another weekly update. Hope everybody's having a lovely weekend. And with that being said, dive in some TA. All right, guys, we're going to kick it off with the indices. Then we'll go over some chip names. We'll go over Bitcoin. And then we will go over all of the trade ideas that we are watching going into next week. So you have a plethora of ideas to go off of. All right, and you can make some more informed decisions there on what you want to pay attention to going into this week. All right, guys, starting off here with SPY's weekly time frame, I am going to point out we did close out with this large upper wick. That is not the best look. We have the same look over there on QQQ. I'm just gonna say, all right, this does not give me, bullish vibes. It doesn't give me bearish vibes. All right, we're just going to call it neutral. I am just going to be transparent at the very beginning of the video and say I do think we have a bit more of a pullback incoming. All right, so we had in Thursday's video, okay, we talked about this big fat red bar we got. We talked about what to look for the following trading session, okay? We were likely going to get a bounce because we had the 15-minute bullish divergence. We had a triple 15-minute bullish divergence going on over there on QQQ, and then SPY over here was right here in the golden pocket. All right, if you want to just see where we were, looking right here, guess what? Come right there. You go right there. Come on, magnet. Come on, Mr. Magnet. There you go. Okay, so we came down right here into the golden pocket, and then we went up to new high here. Okay, now we don't know. Okay, we don't know if these bounces are just going to be dead cat bounce, and then they're going to get sold here and then go down to a new low or not. What we did know is we were very likely going to be getting that bounce. I was saying, hey, the bullish diverges, they do tell us to have caution on the short side. All right, just like the bearish diverges tell us to have caution on the long side. They just, they're your warning signs. They're like, hey, just take a breather, take a step back. You might want to, take some off the table there. That is, that's all we use them for. Okay, but we knew we were going to get a bounce. What we didn't know is we are going to actually see all of yesterday's price action get wiped out. All right, and we're going to see a move above that high. Now, in yesterday's video, I hit it with an intraday update. Why? Because we have the weekly update coming out on Saturday. I didn't want to make the same video twice, so I made an intraday update. We did some intraday analysis, and we told you guys what to look out for, all right? If you had a large upper wick to close out the day, that was going to be your, your tell there that we probably are getting a larger pullback into next week. We are going to continue that pullback. This is exactly what I was talking about right here. I didn't know, exactly how it was going to shape up, but this is exactly what I was saying. You're either going to have a strong close here or you're going to have the bearish close here. This is the bearish close on Friday's candlestick. This is what we spoke about in that video. All right, so I am going to say I do think we continue this pullback here. I will also say I think this pullback is going to be a buying opportunity in the end, and I am looking to buy the dip. You don't have to be looking to buy the dip. No financial advice will be given here on this channel, but I will, point out some things in this video that suggest, yeah, all right, this dip is probably going to be bought. We don't have the worst look across the board, guys. We do have some things suggest we get a pullback, but it does not suggest, oh, market crash. Oh, the market's finally going to turn down. Oh, all this other. No, what we actually have is a lot of bullish factors to talk about in this video. So yes, pullback, but hey, after that pullback, guys, we're running it back up to highs. That is what that's Henry's outlook here. Okay, that's what I'm getting at. All right, now let's just talk about SPY here specifically. Now here on the daily time frame, you can very clearly see what's going on here. All right, you don't have a lot of structure in between here and here. All right, this is where all the action is. This is where all the action is. Well, if you start coming underneath here, okay, so we'll just mark it. You take out that low. Okay, and we'll just put the magnet back on so we have an exact level there. You take out 555.83. You're not really going to have anything until you come all the way down here to 550.12. I know you got this little support going on there. Okay, I understand that. That's where, you built something out there. But at the end of the day, all right, underneath here, you really don't have anything until down here. All right, so if you do see 555.83 given up, that is what I'm going to say. 554.19 incoming, but what's much more likely is just 550.12 incoming. That's my outlook here. On the weekly time frame, it would make a lot of sense to come back here and back test this. You have the golden pocket sitting down there at 550.12. All right. It would be a confluence spot for us to then resume a upward move. That is that. Now, in the 15-minute time frame, I am going to point out, guys, okay, guess what? All right, guess what? You do end up having a new high here. Okay, guys, we very often aren't going to push up to a new high and then we're just going to, aggressively sell off. No, that's typically not what we see happen. What we, normally see happen is we're in this uptrend, we're in the uptrend, and it continuously wants to look for liquidity. All right. So guess what? If there's not enough buyers right here, then pull back. Let's see if we get buyers right here. That's what the people, making these moves, that's, what they're looking for. They're looking for that liquidity. If you come down here to 550.12, you will have that, and you probably get a decent sized bounce from there. That is just my outlook. All right. That's what I'm watching. So in reality, guys, this is what I'm paying attention this week. You come down here, you look for, that, but at least that. All right. Because in reality, these things don't fall. You don't just go straight down. You don't go straight up. That's what I'm saying. You go, you sideways for a little bit, you pull back a little bit, and then you go up. And when you're going down, it goes like that, and then maybe you go like, oh, that's the wrong tool right there. Oh, what is freaking happened here? Some craziness. Okay, craziness. All right. And from that point, then you can fall after you have the lower high. All right. Or you're just going to have a feeble bounce like that. And then you fall. Okay. And then, oh, you take out another area of support. You dipped underneath it. Okay. So then what does that tell us? Well, this is probably also going to be a lower high. And then eventually, boom, we're back at, a really strong spot. That's 533.07. I don't think we have 533.07 incoming. I think we are going to, I think we're going to pull back there, and then I think we continue higher. That's just what I'm looking at over here on SPY. Moving on to QQQ. All right, I am going to just point out, big fat red bar. Same thing, I told you guys in the Thursday update, guys. All right. Caution is warranted on the short side, just like we had this guy over here telling us to be cautious on the long side as you popped up right here. Okay, well, we actually started getting that warning sign right here. All right, when the oscillator made the lower low as price made the higher high right here. And then guess what? You started pulling back. Oh, you went up to one new high. Divergence held. Guess what? You had a full-on like $7 pullback here. Not $7 pullback. You had a $12 pullback. Sweet baby Jesus. Okay, so you got the sell that the bearish divergence told you that, hey, all right, they don't tell you it's coming, but I at least want to see these things correct themselves. You started getting bearish divergences going on over here. What happened? We traded flat until this thing corrected itself, and then you had room for another one to form. That's how I see these things. Okay, I'm just going to say right now, this 15-minute RSI is coming down into oversold territory. I am not sure how this is going to pan out. I don't know, but if we're just going off the daily time frame here, that is not the best look. It does suggest we probably have a deeper pullback incoming. If I had to guess, going off this daily time frame, we probably are coming all the way down here to 486.86. That here on the weekly time frame is something that makes perfect sense. All right, that was the top of this previous 2.5 week range we got going on here. And if you come back to retest it, you probably are going to find them buyers there. All right, so that's what I'm looking for. And we do have that doji candlestick, the long-legged doji candlestick here, longer upper wick. I want to make that clear there too. But yeah, that's what we closed out here on the weekly time frame. And that doesn't suggest anything, guys. It doesn't suggest you're bullish, doesn't suggest you're bearish. You're just neutral. It's a neutral candlestick, all right? It's just like we had going on over here. We have caution, okay? We have reason to be cautious, but at the end of the day, it is a neutral candlestick. Nobody was in control by the end of the week, all right? Just because we got that, and we sold off from this golden pocket. So we did end up getting the bounce. So what I was talking about in Thursday's updates, all right? I was saying to watch this zone right here. 495.08 to 496.24. That was the supply zone that we are going to expect sellers in. They started stepping in right here, but you could clearly see they flipped our zone, all right? So above there, I was saying to watch the golden pocket. I don't know why a lot of people, want to be haters. I'm not actually going to say a lot of people. It's not a lot of people that are haters. But, you know, I absolutely hate seeing the comments that did specifically something like this. Thursday's update was way off. No, it was not way off. You like completely misinterpreted the whole freaking video if you think it was way off. Let's put it this way. You had a triple bullish divergence here on the 15-minute RSI. All right. It was literally telling you to be cautious on the short side. And in that video, I said I'm at least looking for a bounce to this 495.08, the 496.24 zone. All right. And if sellers don't defend there, then we're watching the golden pocket, which would be between 501 and 499. Okay. That is what we were paying attention to. I don't understand what how do you watch my video and you see that it's way off? Oh, because SPY is at new highs? How am I going to control that, guys? Let's be completely real. Do you think I have a freaking crystal ball? I don't have a freaking crystal ball. What I do have is I have, you know, technical analysis skills and my experience that, you know, from what I've seen in the past. And in the past, these are the things that I see happen, all right? Exactly what we talked about has happened. And yet people still want to say, oh, video is completely off. You're an idiot if you think it was completely off. That's what I'm going to say. And you know what? I put a lot of time and effort into this work that I provide for absolutely no cost to everyone. And to see, you know, comments like that, I'm just going to put my foot down right now. It's disrespect. Please don't leave them. Okay, if you respect what I do here and you watch these videos every day, please just don't leave these crap comments. Just don't do it. They piss me off. They genuinely, I remember there was like an hour I was thinking about that comment. I was just pissed off over it, all right? Because in reality, what else am I supposed to do here? What am I supposed to give you guys to be right here? If you got exactly, you know, what we're talking about being respected here, like what else can I do? All right? I can't, you know, just hold your hand in person. Okay, I could do it over the internet every like 6 days a week here, but I can't do it in person. What else do you want from me? All right, so moving on, a little side rant there. Yes, we got exactly the price action we talked about. The zones, the levels we spoke about, they were perfectly respected, and it is not my fault if you do not want to pay attention and you do not want to take responsibility. That is on you. All right, now moving on, guys. You are at the golden pocket right now. If you start taking out 492.60, then I am going to be looking for a retest of 491.17. From that point, all right, I will look for the next 15-minute bullish divergence to pop up for our next decent sized bounce. This is why caution on the short side was warranted, because you got that. I'm sorry if you didn't want to listen to the warning sign. All right, maybe you watched part of the video and you didn't watch the whole video. I understand some of these are longer videos. I do get it. All right. I have empathy with you. I understand. All right. But, you know, if you want to be prepared, I give every single person, every viewer here who watches the show, all the tools they need 6 days a week to be successful in this market. I don't know what else I could do. The only other thing I could do is, hey, join the private community and you could just ask me questions if you don't understand things. Then there's that. I could do it in real time and you get real-time feedback. That's the only other thing I could really do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right. But right here, guys, golden pocket, 15-minute RSI. We're going to be watching that going into the following week. Daily time frame, very clear spot to watch, 486.86. We do have that weekly doji candlestick suggesting that anything is possible here. I wouldn't expect to just, you know, just completely just engulf this, you know, this upper wick here with a green bullish candlestick next week. That is not what I would expect. I would expect a move down to here, and then we find buyers off of this weekly spot right there. That is what I'm really looking for. That is that on QQQ. Moving over to IWM. Now, guys, IWM and DAA, this is one of the main reasons that I am not bearish on this market. I think this rally just got started. I think it's about to have some big legs. Okay, that is that. I understand SPY and QQ are way up in the sky. We have SPY at 560. We have QQ up at 500. I understand, okay? But IWM has just freaking gotten started, so our focus over the coming weeks will be on some small caps, all right? I got some small cap setups for us to pay attention to going into next week, but I am going to say right now, guys, this small cap rally just started, literally just started, all right? We got the daily, breakout over here. We had a downtrend going on, very clear as day. We had the downtrend. I told you, my thoughts over here, right here, going into CPI. I said, this thing looks like, hey, if you get a cool CPI, we're going to come straight into 205 to 207, and you're probably going higher. Well, little did I know, you gapped above the 207 level, and you just went straight off to the races. It's looking juicy. It's looking insane. It's definitely just getting started. I don't care that you closed out like this on Friday with the shooting star candlestick. It's not the worst look in the world. Why? Because, guys, you've had an absolute massive rip up here. The only thing I really care about is that you took out this high. All right, you took out this high, and you also took out this high, which is 212.25. That's the weekly level that I want to see a weekly close above. You got the close. I don't care about a little pullback. If you do pullback, we're looking at this level right here. Okay. We're watching 209.77. So you could see it go like that, 209.77 or 207.56. One of those levels I think is going to provide support here. And then we are going to continue off of the races and then hit that 215.82 level. And then above there, guys, I'm just going to show you the structure I'm going off of here. You have this level, the high of this candlestick right here, 219.90. That is what I think is possible this week. 219.90 and then 222.80 is the next one above that. And then above there, we have 227.13. I told you if we got the, move above 212.25, I would put some targets on the board for this rally. These are the levels that you are going to use as those targets, okay? I do think things are, they're heating up over here in the small cap space. That is that. Moving over to DIA, this is another reason I do not think the downside is really coming here, guys. I don't. Now, before we actually moved up to new high here, I put on this little path here, okay? Then, you moved up to the high. But as you could see, I was accounting for some consolidation here. I won't be surprised if you get some consolidation. You have the daily RSI pushing here up to 70. I do think, all right, if you get this pullback consolidation, you come back and retest 395.59. I think it's going to be a buying opportunity for you to move up to new high. Am I suggesting anybody trade DIA, the Dow over here? No, because the Dow has been a troll for quite some time, all right? Then again, IWM has been a troll. We've been liking that troll, though, all right? I take my shot over there when I see it. DIA over here, premiums are screwed. Price action is a little screwed. Do what you will with this info, okay? But I will definitely say weekly volume on this breakout is pretty immaculate. I would, be very surprised to see you push up like that with heavy volume, big wide range bar we got going on here, green dildo candlestick, and for you not to push up and continue this run, it would very much surprise me. So I am going to look for that consolidation, and after that consolidation, maybe we got a flag going on here, then I do think we push up. That is that, all right? IWM suggests we probably do end up pulling back. DIA suggests we probably end up pulling back. They all suggest we probably pull back, but not so much. These things just broke out. They're going to continue higher. Now, moving over here to Mr. VIX, guess what? Just watch the range. I'm not going to say anything more than that. Just watch the range, watch the hourly RSI, watch your 15-minute RSIs. If you see this thing start getting down there, look for a bounce. If you see it start getting up there, look for it to sell. It's as easy as that. You had the hourly bearish diverge going on here. You had the lower high over here. You had the higher high over here with price. Guess what? All right, you did end up selling now to the bottom of the range. Look for buyers to keep holding the bottom of the range. Look for sellers to keep holding the top of the range. That's all you have to watch over here, Mr. VIX. Moving on to SMH, all right? So we got the chips, and this is another chart that does not make me think that we will be seeing a big pullback. I think we get a little pullback, and then I think it continues off to new high. Double tops very often do not play out. It is very rare that they do play out. If you were to come here and take out this 225.92 level down there, that is when, we can see it start to play out. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I think it's much more likely that you come back into, top of this range here, 263.08. If you test that level, yeah, I think you're going to get some big, fat, juicy buyers up there. And then I think you are going or down there. And then I think you get pushed back up here to a new high. All right. It just very clearly looks to me like you got something in the works here. And if you do that, you have the little handle. All right. And then what comes after that? Continuation. Okay. So that's what I'm really looking for over here on SMH. The levels to be paying attention to on this pullback are 268.14 and 263.08. MU, all right, still just consolidating this little range over here. I am personally waiting over here into 125.50, and I hope I get that entry. But at the end of the day, we got plenty. We got a plethora of opportunities here on the board, so it is okay. All right, we'll keep our alerts on for some of these really juicy setups, and then yeah, we'll see if they get hit. But you know, in reality, guys, we're gonna have plenty of game over here each week. We got this market heating up, baby. All right, come over here in NVIDIA. Okay. Same look at it as SMH over here, except you didn't make it up to the new high. But what you do have is a retest right now of this previous range. You come into the golden pocket, look for buyers over here. But I am also going to say, if you come down into 119.32, all right, you come, and I understand you got under there. I understand. It's still the bottom of a range. Just doesn't look so good over here on the 4-hour. But you come over here, extended hours on. If you pull back, all right, even right here, you're probably going to see this RSI sitting down here. You pull back right here, this thing's oversold. Pull back here, it's a massive, major buying opportunity, all right? Load the freaking boat, all right? I'll throw a few free racks over here on the video. That's free money, all right? No financial advice will be given here on this channel, but, you know, I call out free money opportunities decently often, all right? And, like, you know, I was also vocal about Amazon. We're probably getting that Amazon opportunity coming up. All right, that's another free money opportunity. But you see NVIDIA, the biggest of the big boys over here. You see that 4-hour RSI oversold. That is your free money opportunity. You buy some time, you ride that bad boy up. Guess what? All right, they have earnings all the way in August. All right, guys. So we can use just a week before the August monthly OPEX. And guess what? The premiums are going to be juiced. That's amazing. All right, I pointed out the last one over here, you know, where we got the 4-hour RSI oversold. We'll talk about it in a second here after the chips. We got Meta, all right? Well, guess what? Meta has earnings coming up, so I wasn't able to buy a crap ton of time like I would preferably want. So that is that. But NVIDIA over here, if you see it, do something. You don't have to do nothing about it, but I think it's a great opportunity. So I think it's a great opportunity to do something about it. That's that. AMD over here, guys, you're still just stalling out here at our supply zone until you can get above 187.24, guys. Look for sellers to keep defending the zone. That is that. You keep just 3 days in a row, you came up to the same spot. All right, if we're on the 15-minute time frame, you got a 1, you got a 2, you got a 3, you got a 4. Look for sellers in the supply zone. It doesn't get much easier than this, guys. Look for the retest over here. I'll put the alert on here. Obviously, I'll be watching it intra-week, but, you know, just in case, I like to have my alerts. I'm sorry if it clutters my charts, but, you know, I got to do what I got to do. I'm also a market participant in this crazy-ass market. That's that. All right, pull back into 172.49. I am looking for buyers to defend there. That is the top of this previous, you know, little range we had going on here, / also the top of this bull, you know, bold pennant / falling wedge we got going on here. Like, I don't want to call it bull flag. It's a little extended there. Regardless, guys, I think buyers step in right over here, 172.49 if tested. Now, if they don't, you know, respond there, if they don't answer the back call there, where were you looking for then? All right, 166.60. Why do we always get the 666, guys? What's wrong? What is wrong, guys? Am I manifesting this stuff? Holy sweet baby Jesus, man. All right. SMCI, guys. I think a big move is loading over here. I think it's about to happen, all right? So we got NASDAQ. Like, you know, this thing over here is joining the NASDAQ. So that just got announced. I think that is going to bring a lot of freaking hype into this. Walgreens is being removed. This thing is taking its place. I actually told you before that news. It was on this day right here, I believe. This thing's getting ready to go. All right, it's getting ready to go. It wants to move. You know, it's consolidating right here above the pennant. It wants to move. I don't, you know, I told you guys I'm not going to put my money on it, but I will tell you. All right, it does look like it's going to make this move up here to 1,020.33, and above there we're watching 1,106.11, and that is that. All right, I think this is bullish consolidation happening right now. It's finally, I think it's finally ready, guys. We had our catalyst. I told you there's going to be a catalyst that's going to bring this thing up to all-time highs. It's going above 1229. It's going to 13, 14, 1500 with all likelihood. Just my opinion, all right? But in the end, that's where I think it's going after all of this consolidation that's happened here. It's getting ready for the next leg up. It's just like this going on. We have the same exact look, honestly. If you're looking at it, same look. How long did we consolidate down there, though? That's the question. Over here, it was 126 days. All right, over here it was 160. You consolidated for a little less though. Okay. Regardless, that right here, I was pointing at my screen as if you guys freaking see it. Nope. Silly Henry, silly Henry. It's okay, guys. That right there is loading right here. And then you're probably going to see something like that. Some straight up green dildo candlesticks that just keep going. All right. That's what I'm looking for over in SMCI. TSM. All right. You did get the bullish close over here above the previous high. I do like the looks of this, but I will also say this daily, you know, this look right here isn't so appealing to me. Okay. You are getting buyers respecting that, the daily 9 EMA. I like how price respecting it. Buyers want to hold it. But at the end of the day, it does look like it's probably going to come down here. All right. So I'm watching underneath 184.86. I'm watching 176.06. And that is that. All right. Moving on to the big boys. We got Amazon over here. I told you guys, opportunity is a load, and this is your free money opportunity. Big 3-year breakout. All right. Consolidated. You test the top of the previous range. All right. Anywhere between 183.70 to 188.60. You are bullish. All right. We're looking to buy that guy. All right. No financial advice will ever be given here on this channel, but we're looking to buy that guy. All right. 188.65. That is the big level to be tested. If it tests it, free money opportunity, there's that one. All right. Microsoft over here, guys, does look like, hey, if we get this big pullback, it's a juicy opportunity. Am I saying we get a $23 pullback? No. All right. But I am saying on the weekly time frame, it's very clear if you pull back into there, you're so likely going to get buyers stepping in there. And that's that. Now here on the daily time frame, things honestly aren't looking so bad. They're not looking so bad. You have buyers starting to step in here. I would have preferred this to close out like the hammer that it was shaping up before that end of the day sell. Okay, you did get that right there. If you were just, you know, holding up here, you would have closed out with a nice green hammer candlestick. I would have liked the look of it. Regardless, I think this thing's probably coming down here at least 443.40. Right, and underneath 443.40, we are just going to be watching 430.82. That is the big break and retest spot to be paying attention to that I just showed you on the weekly time frame. And that's that. Apple, guys, up at 230. This thing's chugging along up here. Okay, weekly candlestick was not bearish. Okay, we're going to call it neutral after, you know, this big, you know, green dildo candlestick going on here. This wide body bar off of low volume. You're now getting the continuation, which I'm going to say is confirmation. Okay, you come back into 2020, you expect it to hold and you expect to go higher from there. But quite frankly, I don't even know if we're going to get the pullback before going a little higher. Maybe we got 240 incoming before that pullback. We're going to have to see how that goes. All right, Google over here. Okay, same spot we're going to be paying attention to, guys. 179.95. I'm not saying it comes, but I am definitely going to say if it does come, we gonna pounce. No financial advice will be given, but you know, that's the game plan, and that is that. I really like the look of it if it comes. That is that. All right, and I do think, you know, there are odds in our favor that it's coming. So there's that. All right, guys. Now, Bitcoin. It's looking like it wants to recover, guys. It does. We just need to get a close above 58488. If you can get that close, you'll get the close above the daily 9. We're going to have to see if it's a false breakout. And then I want to see a daily close above 59313. If you can, you probably are just going to break out of this descending channel we got going on here. From that point, I have to say 63794 is likely. That is that. CLSK, guys, I really like how all of these things closed the other day. All right, I like it. I like it for a rebound here right off the support. I like what I'm seeing. That's that. Mara, I really like the looks of this bad boy over here. All right, and yeah, inverse head and shoulders, guys. The more time you're spending over here in your consolidation, the more time you have to accumulate your long-term position over there, because this thing is getting ready for a ripperoonie, and that is that. All right, at that point, I do think we're probably going to see a straight shot to all of these gray levels, and then potentially even revisiting 32.74 up there, which is your major resistance. So that's that. All right, I'm actually just going to put that right there. Okay, but I really like how this thing closed on the weekly, increasing volume, hammer candlestick. You're above that, you know, 9 EMA right there. I like the looks of it. You're pushing right into this trend line. I want to see a weekly close above this downtrend right there, above that, you know, the neckline of your inverse head and shoulders pattern. And that is when things will probably get really spicy. All right, that is that. It's loading. Coin. All right. I don't like how this thing looks. All the other ones, they look good. All right. Ride over here closed out good. Coin, no, it's not looking too hot over here, but I will still say you're in the golden pocket. Not much to say over here in coin. I'm going to be completely honest. All right. Like, not much to say. This thing it's turned into a slap fest, just like Mara is. And that's that. All right. Moving on to Henry's trade ideas, guys. Hit it with the speed round. All right. We're at 30 minutes right now. We are going to run through like 30. How many setups we got? We got 28 setups. Let's hit it with the speed round right now, starting with Target. All right, Target, I really like the weekly close on this guy. You got the increasing volume. You got the fresh downtrend break. Okay. The above levels are in play, 155.80, and then above there, 162.21. I like the stonk. SoFi, small cap summer. Okay. This thing probably just started. If I had to take a guess, you had a false break above this, 9 EMA, but, like, literally disclude this. You've gotten so much freaking rejection right here. You finally got above it. Massive bullish. I'm not going to call it a hammer, but I'm definitely going to call it a massive bullish candlestick. All right. And what is that accompanied with? Increasing volume. You come down to the daily time frame. What do we also have, guys? You held the break and retest from the top of this fallen wedge. You held the break and retest, and then you continue higher the next day. This is a strong look. All right. So I do think it's probably going to continue. I was hoping to get the pullback, with what I did, but hey, all right, it's fine. It's fine. But it does look like we're probably heading up to 743 to 764 in the short term. Disney just getting ready down there, right? Come over the weekly time frame. You can see you're definitely getting these indecision / bullish candlesticks starting to pop up last week into this week. All right, we do have earnings around the corner. Okay, this was, beginning of August 6th over there. But I will point out, you're in the perfect spot for buyers to start taking a stand. Perfect spot. You see, you get that downtrend break. That's when things get real spicy. But this is the break and retest level, 0.618 fib. This is your juicy spot right there, right here. Boom. Okay. Square, guys, we talked about it going into the week. We said this was, going to be the top focus. Okay. This was our top watch. Actually on the focus list. I let this thing go right before my eyes. I don't know how I missed this move. I'm going to be completely honest, right? I was prepared for it going into the week. I literally just did not even have it on my watch list, though. I was not watching it throughout the week, and then I look back, and holy crap, the thing freaking exploded. All right, so you did end up getting the move. You hit all these TP levels, so we will take these off the chart right there. Okay, you hit all of them. You came up to your, right now, it should be treated as supply right now, but this is your heavily traded zone. You get above there, that's when things could really get spicy. Okay, but yeah, with how this thing just closed out on the weekly, I have to assume you're probably going to continue higher. All right, with this candlestick right there. Coming over to Ulta, guys, a little update on what I told you was getting ready to blow. I told you in one day, you're probably going to see the move from here up to here. What happened? You saw that $10 move all in one day. It happened to be on 0DT Friday. Congrats if you did end up making money on that when you saw the gap up. All right, you got the increasing volume going on. I understand the daily RSI is all the way up at 70, but I do think this thing is going to have some follow through, and that is that. It just started launching back up from this base. I think this thing could have legs, and that is that. PNW, I'm going to keep it brief here, okay? Yes, watching Golden Pocket down there, but I still think you're just getting ready for this guy to go. It's been a little bit of a troll over here for your boy, but I will say I think it's still getting ready to go and have that next leg up. Tesla, guys, you held the weekly retest of this, massive long-term downtrend you got going on here. Okay, you finally broke out after almost 2.5 to 3 years, 2.75 years, we'll call it. That's insane. This thing wants to continue higher, and that's that. All right, there's not really any denying it. We told you what level to be paying attention to. We were watching the retest of this downtrend as well as the 230.72 level. You got that little zone going on there. What happened? You did end up getting buyers respecting that. They stepped right in there. And it does look like you're probably going to continue off the race if I had to take a guess. Or you're going to consolidate here and then like base for like a week or two and then you go. And that would look something like that. Or you don't get a pullback because when this thing likes to go, it just likes to go. And at that point, maybe you go like that. I have absolutely no idea, all right? But, I think this thing looks great. And that's that. Like long-term downtrend just broke. I really do think we're gonna, you take out this level right here at 299.29, we're probably coming up to 414.50. That's just my opinion over here on Tessie. All right, Netflix coming into that major level that we were talking about not too long ago, right over here at 639. If you cannot hold at 639, the next level is 601.59, which will line down here with the golden pocket. That is a major buy right there if we get that opportunity. I'm not saying it comes, but hey, all right. I like the the odds. If you get down here, I really like the odds right here. You probably do end up holding. All right, at least getting a dead gap bounce with all this consolidation that happened around that level, and that's that. All right, so INTC, next one. I'm just watching for the retest of this 32.24 level right there, and that is a trade idea loading over there. Iron, guys, I like the weekly candlestick off this one. You came down to the weekly 9 EMA. You bounced. You did not hit my alert down there. I was really hoping that would be the case, but that is okay. You took off without me like a rocket ship. And yeah, I think it might, it honestly looks like it's probably going to continue off the race, or it's going to consolidate and then continue higher. That's what I'm seeing over there. Carvana, all right. Carvana, with how this thing just closed on the weekly time frame with that increasing volume and this bullish candlestick, pin bar candlestick, I think it's probably going to pop its head above that high next week and get some continuation. Roku, all right, still just consolidating outside of this descending parallel channel there. All right, you got this little range developing over here. Break up from the range above 63.21. That is when things get spicy for a move up to 66.75. BA, all right, got that downtrend, inverse head and shoulders pattern alone right there. Hey, this thing could get spicy if it decides to turn up. You're still clear as day getting that rejection. You're not in an uptrend over here on the weekly time frame, but hey, all right, I will like the look of this thing. I will, if you can get above that neckline and get a daily close above. I think it starts a bigger move. That is that. Dom, guys, you're pushing back up to this downtrend that we were pointing out not too long ago. You respected this, the golden pocket down here, and now you are getting that move back up. Okay, you break above there, it's not going to look so bad. Let's actually look at how crude is looking right now. All right, oh, you're still doing absolutely nothing. That's super freaking cool. Absolutely nothing, guys, out of crude. Beautiful. All right, maybe avoid the oil stocks. We got better setups to be paying attention to. All right, Mester, guys, we called it out right over here. MicroStrategy, MSTR. Called it out down here at the pretty much at the bottom over here, and we pointed out a path for it to go, and it went something like this. Okay, come on, you stupid magnet piece of crap. All right, there you go. It went something like that, and I still think that is exactly how this thing could go. All right, so they did just announce that they I'm pretty sure they just announced that they were doing a split. They're gonna be doing a split. That whenever that comes, hey, there's your bullish catalyst. But yeah, break above this, the descending parallel channel, things get spicy, and you could get a move up to here, 1528, which will align with the top of that your downtrend right there. That's that. PayPal, guys, inverse head and shoulders breakout right here, just to draw it so you guys could see what I'm seeing. You got that going on over here. I wouldn't be playing it. Like, I ain't gonna put my money on something like this. PayPal's been a troll to me in the past. But I will say, I think this thing is starting to turn up. And I think you do have one of these big moves right around the table where you get something like that. I think this is just the consolidation before that. And that's just my opinion. Okay, but you hit it with the break and retest. You respected that level. All right, I like how it's looking. PLTR, I like here on the weekly time frame how this closed out. It does look like it's probably going to grind higher next week and eventually hit that 29 level right there. Roblox, guys, this one we mentioned down here, and sweet baby Jesus, I wish I just, but at the end of the day, all right, Roblox, it's been a slow grinder there, so you would have had to stay very freaking patient to ride that thing up. But what I will tell you guys is it looks like it's going to continue higher, all right, with how that's looking here on the weekly time frame. All right, you break above 4104. Next level is going to be up there. Next level, come on, right there. Next one over there, right there. Okay, so you look at the weekly time frame. It does look like it's going to keep chugging along. You got the increasing volume supporting that candlestick. Break above 4104. The above levels are in play. 4266, 4509, and 4711. I do think that is where you're going at the end of the day. 4711. Okay, this is a big freaking comeback from Roblox, guys. Big comeback. There you go. Coming into the golden pocket, though, expect sellers right here. So maybe you do get that quick move up here. That's a little, weekly day trade idea right there, like on weeklies. And then maybe you take your profit, and then you see consolidation. And we see what, congestion wants to come. Upstart, small caps. All right, break above the zone, break above 28.97. This thing does look it could go for a ride here. That's that. All right, GME, it's another small cap that, hey, this thing does look like it could it could do some things. All right, you're coming down, you're consolidating above the weekly 9. I like how it looks over here. You can see on the daily time frame, you got this little base building out here. You break above 26. Holy crap with that 666 number. Get out of here. 2666. All right, you break above there. The above levels are going to be in play. 2861. Now we're gonna change these. We are going to change these levels right now. I'm gonna just freshly chart this guy for us because this thing looks like crap. Bring that right there. That right there. There you go. All right, there you go. Break above 2666, 3066, 3370, and 4050 are in play. I'm not saying you're getting up to 4050. Obviously, watch for the first level, the second level. This is if things get real crazy. That's that. Rivian, guys, weekly massive breakout going on over here. Congrats to anybody who has been trading Rivian. Volume's going a little crazy here. I think you're probably going to keep turning up here if I had to take a guess at it. Take a little whack at it. And that means, hey, 2457 is on the table. If you pull back and you get some consolidation here, that is a bullish thing. And then you can look for that move. There's nothing in between here and here. So, that move probably happens pretty quick. And we have seen this thing can move. All right. It could move. CELH, weekly chart. That's what I like over here. Bullish engulfing candlestick. You got the increasing volume. All right, it could be time to start seeing this guy turn back up. All right. Obviously, it has definitely died. Okay, and we got to see some proof that this thing could start recovering. You got above the daily 9 EMA right here. That is something to note. That is your first sign of strength. You have not been able to recover that short-term moving average this whole time. You finally got above it. Now you get the weekly bullish engulfing candlestick with volume. I like the look of this guy over here. TLT, weekly chart. We talked about it right here. I told you guys it was another one of those, like, it's not free money, but hey, all right, very likely going to be respected. You had, half a year of downtrend, break and retest going on here, golden pocket test, uptrend test. We had a lot of confluence down there, okay? Guess what happened? You did find buyers down there. You push back up, and now it does look like it's probably going to push up to this supply zone up in 95.23 to 96.40. Just something to watch. Mara, I already gave my thoughts on Mara, but yeah, hammer candlestick going into next week. It's on this trade ideas list, so there's that. Hammer candlestick, increasing volume. Looks like it is going to hit us with a little pop. All right. Cat. All right, Cat is getting ready for a reversal. You got that inverse head and shoulders pattern going on there. Okay, you just popped your head above that, and you got the weekly and daily close above that 335.17 level. I like the weekly candlestick over here. All right, you got this pin bar candlestick. You're definitely getting ready. You're getting pretty tight here in this consolidation. It looks like it wants to break. Okay, and it looks like it wants to break up. That's that. D King, this one, hey, doesn't look too bad. Looking kind of sexy over here. I know we got a lot of golden pockets. See, from here to here, you came down, you found buyers at the 0.786 fib, just underneath there. I understand. Okay, it's not always perfect. But then guess what? You found sellers up, you bounced, you found sellers at the next golden pocket. Okay, so there was that. We'll just clean up the chart. And what happened? Okay, you pulled back from there, and you found buyers here at the next golden pocket. This thing's really not looking all too bad. You got the you got the weekly hammer candlestick over here with the increasing volume. I like that. Earnings is right around the corner. Okay. So, early August 2nd. Keep that in mind when choosing premiums. Okay. But yeah, I do think this thing is probably going to have a short-term reversal over here. Nike, guys, we're watching it because this weekly RSI, you can go all the way back to 2000. All right. 2000 over here. Yeah, this has been a condition that has been respected, every single time since 2000 Over here is 2000. Okay, we're not going to talk about 98 over there. But yeah, you get this weekly RSI near oversold or oversold territory, just like it is right now. These are provide your buying opportunities. Now, I will point out, this looks like an ugly chart to me. It does, but I do think this thing is probably going to start recovering around where it is right now. You got a big break and retest coming in here. Okay, if you do manage to fall another $5 here, that would be ideal. That would be the picture perfect, entry down there. We're just going to mark an alert right there. But in reality, for you long-term folks, Nike is something, this is where you want to be doing your accumulating. When it goes, it bounces back pretty quick. Probably going to consolidate a little, but it could do that as well. All right, so that's that. SBUX, weekly hammer candlestick, increasing volume. I like the look of that. You are starting to get that recovery. You're right under the 9 EMA right there. Get above that, things start to get juicy, but you're coming up off of oversold territory on that daily RSI with the weekly hammer. Does make me think you're probably going to see some more upside here over on SBUX. So that is that. All right, guys, so that is what I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed our weekly preparation into the following week. If you did enjoy it and you did find it useful, guys, please remember to leave that like. I know there is, the vast majority of you guys who watch these videos on a consistent basis, okay? Like more than half of you guys are, consistent watchers. Like, you're watching almost every video. Guess what? The likes do not represent that, though. So please, I know you watched the video. Please leave the like. Just remember to leave the like. And that is that. It will definitely help the YouTube algorithm. And hey, if I am consistently scratching your back, you're not scratching my back, that is not a fair relationship. All right. That is an abusive relationship. I'm kidding. It's not an abusive relationship. But I do see the stats. I know most of my viewership is, returning viewers. Please remember to leave the like. There's a reason you're a returning viewer. Please leave the like. It literally does push. Let's look at it this way. Every like you push it, you put another like on there. We'll just say it pushes out to 5 new people. Can you help me push it out to 5 new people, please? Very please. Thank you so much. All right. Go check out the Twitter if you have not already. The link is down below. Go check out if you want to come trade with me. Discord link is also down below. Go check out those links. But yeah, if you do enjoy what we got over here on YouTube, then you will like over there on Twitter. And right now on the weekends, I do these ticker requests. So you can just go to my most recent post. I'll have it pinned on my profile, and you can just request whatever ticker you want me to chart. And I will put my time and energy and effort into charting the ticker for you. Okay. I think it's very funny how every single time I post that post every single week, I'll get like 20 plus trade requests, okay, or ticker requests. And then there's like less than 5 likes. And then I have to post like, hey guys, what the heck is this ratio? And then all of a sudden the likes start coming in. I'm like, what the heck, guys? How do you ask someone to put in their time and then you're not even going to help them out? You ask someone to, like, guys, when I analyze a ticker, what I just went through here in this YouTube video, I'm able to do this a lot quicker than it actually takes me, because I prepared for the video. Okay, I put the preparation in before. It was about half an hour to really put, what tickers I'm going to talk about, the main indices there, what we're going to talk about there. There's preparation that goes into that. But, if I'm just going to look at a blank ticker, it at least takes a few minutes for me to look at that ticker. So please, if you are taking advantage of my ticker request, all right, and you're taking my time, please remember to scratch my back. Please. It gets itchy sometimes, and I would appreciate a back scratch if you're getting your back scratched. That's that. All right, end of rant. I will catch you on the next one. Everybody have a lovely rest of your weekend. Let's kill it next week, and peace.